Usually only winemakers get to have their names on the bottle. But back in 1962, Yalumba started a tradition that has seen the names of a diverse array of people grace our best of vintage Cabernet Sauvignon and Shiraz. From long-serving employees to family members and friends of the business, the signature honours those who have made a significant contribution to life and culture at Yalumba.
And I actually got the 2006 signature. When it was announced, I have to say I'm not an emotional person, but I was holding back tears.
I was made a signatory. I didn't really expect it. I certainly didn't expect it, but it's a great honour.
We used to always have bets beforehand as who would be the signatories based on, people's experience within the company. And I would love to have seen a photo if it had been taken at the time, and it would have been just like that gobsmacked sort of sensation.
At the time of getting the signatory award, I was director of winemaking, and that would have been in about 2008, because the wine that I was the signatory to was the 2004 vintage.
And ours was unique because there were three of us on the label. There was John Alden, Brian Walsh and myself as the three musketeers who'd worked together really in the formulative modern era of Yalumba.
Well, I was made the 2004 signatory with Brendan Fry and Walshy. When I heard my name I was delighted, but then when I heard I was sharing it with Fry, obviously I was pretty disappointed about that. But
in 1989, which I felt really honoured about, as you can imagine, I was named the signatory, which absolutely came out of the blue. It's like winning the Brownlow medal, I reckon.
The signature year is 1990. We were at a marketing function, as I remember, and that was when it was announced, so I must say I was taken aback.
To have your contribution recognised forever, with that being on the back of the label, is something very, very special.
well, I was obviously pleased. Having to buy 200 beers at the pub afterwards gave me the shits a bit.
I'd said when we came to put my signature on a wine, it would need to be a bloody good wine. So the 1990 was exceptional.
Incredibly proud because I said all those people who had gone before me, I considered icons within the business, and I didn't ever see myself like that.
We thought about getting a tattoo with the year, and none of us ever did it except one person. And I won't mention any names, but it was 1996.
I guess I must have made some impact and to be recognised for this great honour.
And unique, I think, around the world in the wine business. I haven't seen anything quite like this.
I can't really divulge exactly how many I've got, because I think I've got a few more cases than most of the other guys did.
Yes, I've drunk a few just to see how they are, and a few because I've been bullied into opening one.
I can't remember exactly how many I took, but they weren't quite enough.
My father's pretty keen to drop around every so often and you're going to open one of those bottles of red. And I thought, oh, that's okay, I'm keeping it for a little bit longer.
We had a lunch a few years ago at home, and I had Peter Wall, John Ald, and Peter Lehman and myself, each a signatory. We each bought a bottle of our own wine and sat down and had a great lunch. And I showed Peter Lehman my wine, the 89, and I said, what do you think of that, PL? And he said, it's in better bloody shape than you'll ever be.
We went around the table and variously people said, well, I've got 5 cases and I've got 4 cases. And I said, I've got none, you lousy buggers. I've drunk all mine with my mates.
It's drinking beautifully. It's actually the best of all of them. So if you can get any on the black market, you should go for it. It's very, very good wine.
As the benchmark for the iconic Australian Cabernet Sauvignon and Shiraz blend, the signature is a fitting tribute to those within the greater Yalumba family who have done so much for the love of wine.
As time goes by, you walk into this room here and you see 160 years of history and names on barrels, and you're quite honoured to think that in another 100 years that my barrel will still be here and my name will still be up front.
The 2012 Yalumba The Signature is almost ready for release. Who will it be named after? You'll have to wait and see.